just the worst in baseball. Isn't he having the worst stretch in the history of the team?
Yeah. What happened?
Huge breaking news.
Huge.
I have it from Schefter here and Rappaport. Micah Parsons has been traded to the Green Bay Packers.
Right after I said it wouldn't happen.
My God! How great is this? How about them Cowboys? How about them?
And Micah, he's going to get a $136 million deal, so a new, 120 fully guaranteed.
Oh, you know what? Let Anthony Volpe play all weekend.
Wow. I'm stunned. I thought there was no shot. I just said an hour ago, no shot this happens.
Oh, this is good. All right, so here it is. Tom Pelissaro has the update. With all due respect, Rami, we're going to get the Cinco in a little bit. The Cowboys are trading Micah Parsons to the Packers. And the Packers are going to sign Micah Parsons to a 4-year, $188 million extension with $136 million guaranteed. Parsons gets $47 million a year on the deal. Now, what I don't see, unless you just said it and I was laughing, what did they get? What did they give up? I don't see it here.
Yeah, we don't know yet the return. We're waiting on that.
So, out of all of what the Dallas Cowboys have done and misstepped through, they signed Dak Prescott. I understand, franchise quarterback, pay him a lot of money.
Yep.
They signed CeeDee Lamb, pay him a lot of money.
Yep.
Offensive lines had a lot of turnover. Out of all of these great players the Cowboys have drafted, nobody was as great, as impactful on games as Micah Parsons. And Micah Parsons puts his foot down, sleeps on a table, does all this, and his trade request is granted. And the Cowboys, now we'll see, the Cowboys might get a haul, and this could turn out to be the Herschel Walker trade all over again. Like, hey, can you tell him knee-deep in the Cowboy documentary? But the bottom line is this. This core group of the Cowboys that was under Mike McCarthy, that was about to embark on a new journey with Brian Schottenheimer.
Wow.
The Dallas Cowboys are dead as we know them. And you want to say I'm overreacting? Do yourself a favor. I don't have to do it to you explaining it. Go look up that Cowboy defensive depth chart. Little by little, the defense started losing pieces. They don't have a head coach like Mike McCarthy who can keep this all together. And Jerry Jones, who, God bless him, very likable in the documentary. What an idiot. All of these guys you can't figure out how to get a deal done with. The impact that Micah Parsons had on this defense cannot be understated. And now you're putting your eggs in a basket on being an offensive-driven team with Dak Prescott, who's had his moments, beats the hell out of the Giants. I understand.
Yeah, great regular season quarterback, Dak.
This Cowboy team and core, as we know them, has been shook and shocked, and maybe they luck out. They are dead.
Luck out. I mean, you're talking about the best defensive player in the sport. I mean, it's impossible to replace. You can't replace a Gary Bertier. There's just no way that you could do this. I said it an hour. Now I look like an idiot, but whatever. I said an hour ago, I would be shocked. I would be absolutely floored. I said there's no shot. It will never happen. The Cowboys are not trading Micah Parsons. He's going to be the richest defensive player. They're going to sign him to the best or the biggest contract in the history of the NFL for a defensive player. It'll happen Tuesday, so all the big shows could talk about it. And here we are an hour later, and the Cowboys did it. This is embarrassing. I would be mortified because, the Cowboy fan likes to peacock and they like to put that star either on their chest or on their head or the hat, the whole deal. I would be mortified and embarrassed to be a Cowboy fan right now because your owner / general manager just traded away your best player in the prime of his career, if he's even in the prime yet. We're talking about Hall of Fame. We're talking about just a legendary player. And you traded him in conference. I mean,
all right. Can I say this? Because I know our friend Carrie in Sayreville's on the line too.
Oh, she's a Packer fan. She's fired.
All right. So we'll put the Cowboys there for a second. Let's just talk about this from the Packers standpoint quickly.
I was going to think about it from the Giants' perspective.
We'll get to the Giants' perspective.
Hallelujah.
But there is a winner in this trade. I don't know what the Packers gave up.
We're still waiting on that.
The Packers are acting like a serious organization. They have Super Bowl dreams too.
They should.
And I believe the Packers, with Micah Parsons, this is how close I think the Packers have been knocking on the door. I think they have as good odds or good a chance as anybody to make a Super Bowl out of the NFC this year. I think it's a big boy move. I think he's going to be great in that division. That's a division that's competitive. I think it's great for the Packers. Again, we are waiting on what the return on investment is. I mean, this is as big an NFL trade as I can remember. We've seen the NFL trades happen. The superstar player of the Dallas Cowboys, this Muppet and Mope, Jerry Jones, screwed this up so bad, he couldn't figure out a way to keep this guy there. How about them Cowboys?
Jerry, congratulations. You got the Dallas Cowboys to be a talking point. He said that about a week or so ago. If the Cowboys aren't a story, I'm going to make them a story. You made them a story that the organization, the franchise, and everything about them is a joke. But it doesn't matter because much like, I don't want to feel like I'm taking shots at our baseball team, but I'll just say this. The Cowboy fans will show up. They'll buy the merch. They'll love the team. You could go to Tatooine. You could go to Mars. You could go to Mordor, and they're Cowboy fans. You're sheep, and you allow this to run because, we love the Cowboys. We all love the Cowboys. We grew up. They were on the television. They're America's team, even though I don't even know if they could even be America's team at this point. And this team has been driven into the ground, and they are. I grew up in the 90s when the Cowboys were, and you could say, back before that, but the Cowboys were really the Cowboys in the 90s. And they would stomp out the Giants, and they would win all these Super Bowls. Now they're nothing more than WWE. They're a circus. They're about headlines. They just traded Micah Parsons. I am absolutely floored, stunned, shocked. I don't feel bad for Cowboy fans, but I would be mortified and embarrassed for this joke of a franchise. That's what they are. They print money, but they're a joke. That's what they are.
Micah Parsons, by the way, very gracious. I'm not going to read the whole statement because it's too long. He released an official statement, which means this was on the verge of breaking. Adam Schefter has it. Yeah. And he thanks everybody in Texas, the fans specifically in the community. So Micah Parsons has been a class act about this, which shows you, and Micah Parsons is smart to do this, this was all about Jerry Jones and his stubbornness.
Well, it also shows you guys were right, that with Schefter tweeting about Parsons, even though they weren't about the trade throughout the day today, they were leading towards a trade.
Okay. Now, I will acknowledge somebody who I have had some Twitter discourse and laughed at and scoffed at. There is an account, if you don't have Twitter or X, called Ricky Scoops, Pretty Ricky, and he's had multiple accounts, and he is constantly... He's not 100%. He gets plenty wrong, believe me. But he's constantly tweeting stuff. Hey, there's going to be some monster stuff. He was pounding the drum about the Packers and Cowboys all week. And for the first time, I even have to acknowledge that this guy is not a complete joke. And that he has intel from somewhere. Good for him. Pretty Ricky, I know you've bashed me before. I'm giving my hat tip, my salute to you. Ricky. Good job by you. You were first one to be all over this, and I will acknowledge that.
Yeah, and what you said about the Packers, that angle of it. So I think the Vikings, I mean, it's not going to take much for them to take a few steps backwards. They're going to, even though they've won with Darnold, they won with Cousins, and they're probably going to win with McCarthy. I still think that they finish in last there. Everybody's on the hype train with the Bears. Wake me up when the Chicago Bears get competent quarterback play and actually do anything. So I know everybody loves to pump them up, especially in the national media. The Chicago Bears, literally, wake me up when they have a quarterback. And I like Caleb Williams, and I still do, but just wake me up when they do anything. It's the Lions division to win. I still believe that. But, man, this is like one of those type of moves where you could look back and we could be sitting here a year from now and the Packers are hosting Thursday Night Football because they just won the Super Bowl.
No doubt.
They got Micah Parsons?
So two things have happened here from a Giants point of view. Can I give you number one?
Yeah.
We have a legitimate threat in 2025 to the Philadelphia Eagles and ending our nightmare about them repeating as champions in the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, which we all want that.
Right.
Here's the other number two, and now let's really get to the Giants' point of view on this. I have said this. I know others have said this. The Giants' schedule, we all know, is very difficult. But it is impossible to ignore over the last two off seasons while grinning their teeth and being hard to watch football from this team in this town. The Giants have stunk, but they had laid the groundwork down with a couple good off seasons that you could see the young talent burgeoning. They needed to find a quarterback. They needed depth, all of that. Yep. We have Jackson Dart mania in this town, and we'll see when he starts. I know Tommy's wearing the start Dart stuff. But the defense the Giants have built. Oh, yeah. With Abdul Carter, with Dexter Lawrence, or Brian Burns. The Giants, it is not hyperbole to say this, and it's on paper, especially with Parsons gone, have so far and away a better defense than the Dallas Cowboys now. It is not even a question.
I think the Giants have the best defense on paper in the division.
They might. But now let's just talk about the difficulty of the schedule because the Giants will play this Cowboy team week 2. The Cowboys have a head coach in Brian Schottenheimer who feels like he's swimming and treading water already,
What
that
a tough
he's not
spot
prepared
for
Tough
him,
spot.
dude.
Tough spot.
Especially now with the Parsons trade. That is
This
brutal.
is going to shake the core of that locker room. Imagine that locker room worked all that. Wow, we really didn't get it done with our best player on defense?
Bro, the locker room's lost. There's nothing you can do.
The Giants play the Dallas Cowboys in week 2. I'm declaring it
In
now.
Dallas.
In Dallas. I'm declaring it now on August 28th. That game is a must-win game for Brian Dable and this Giants organization. You want to show that you are finally punching back as a team? And I know we got to get through week 1 first, and you and I both feel positive about it. We'll see with the Andrew Thomas stuff. The Cowboys in a blender right now in a locker room with a head coach who doesn't know what he's doing right now. We'll see. I mean, granted, it's unfair. It's his first year. I get it. And losing Micah Parsons. Now let's talk from the Giants' point of view. Week 2 is a must-win week 2 for the culture of the Giants.
I would not be shocked at all if Dallas finishes in last place. Because, number one, you traded your best player. Number two, there is no way you don't lose the locker room. No way. I would not be surprised if there's a mutiny. And then you have Schottenheimer, who, well, come on. So you put this guy in there. He's totally behind the 8 ball. You have Jerry Jones just running roughshod over this organization. We don't know what they got back yet, but they're not getting Micah Parsons back. We know that. Even if they're getting all these picks back to build maybe for their future.
We are starting to get word on the package.
2 first-round picks.
2 first-round picks
and a frontline player.
Frontline player. Now.
It's Kenny Clark. Does that make sense?
The defensive lineman. Very good defensive lineman.
All right, so there you go. Dallas's defense is still going to be a little bit tougher.
Look, they needed a Kenny Clark.
This is all in real time here.
Because Mozzie Smith has been an absolute bust of a draft pick. But there's no replacing on Micah Parsons. I promise you. I don't want to bore you. Go read the Cowboys depth chart. And Overshown is still not all the way back. Diggs is banged up going into week 1. That defense is not the same defense it had been. DeMarcus Lawrence long gone. I mean, they're going to stink defensively.
Yeah,
you don't have the difference maker. They're going to stink.
I can't get over this. I don't care what was said or what bad feelings there were or whatever. You want to, this is such a, and you could say I've been negative with the Giants a little bit. You haven't had the positive, Tommy, with the Giants stuff. This is such a great day to be a Giant fan.
Is, man.
And I'll tell you why. Because the Saquon Barkley Eagles stuff is now out the window. We are no longer a joke because the NFL doesn't give a rat's ass anymore about Saquon Barkley because every time Micah Parsons sneezes or passes wind, we're going to hear about the Cowboys. The Cowboys are now the joke of the NFL. Congratulations, because we had to sit through it a year where every broadcast and every game, the Giants were a punchline, a joke, a laughingstock. Now it's the Cowboys' turn because they just traded away the best defensive player in the league, and every time he does something for the Packers, it's going to get right back to the Cowboys. Can you believe they did this? Can you believe they did this? So we no longer have to hear about Saquon Barkley and the Eagles and the Giants. And he's out of the division. I mean, I want to give Jerry Jones a hug. I want to give that man a hug.
Give me a hug. Tommy, you know what, Tommy?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on, get up, man.
Well, I don't know if I want to hug.
No, get up. Because that was great. That was no fake positive, Tommy. That was great. We're back as an organization, baby.
Back.
How about them Cowboys? How about them?
What a day.
How about them?
It wasn't my best hug.
It doesn't matter.
C+ hug.
How about them? Oh, it feels so good not to be the punching bag of the NFC
and to
East.
be right on the as we're crushing Volpe, by the way. The Volpes are very happy.
Play him all weekend, Cashman. You're still not as incompetent as Jerry Jones.
The Volpes should send Jerry Jones a Christmas card for that.
No doubt.
Boy.
Let him ground out 4 times tonight.
They are the biggest joke in the NFL right now, and they will be a joke all season long. I'm telling you, they will be the punchline. They will be the, can you believe they did this?
Yes. I don't even care if this is unprofessional. Yes.
Cares about being unprofessional.
I don't care. The Cowboys in a punching bag. The Giants aren't anymore. What a low bar.
It's true.
Go win week 2, baby.
And Schefter with a major dunk on Dallas sports. They traded now Luka Doncic and Micah Parsons in the same year, both 26-year-old superstars.
Now,
take that.
Let's hope, because we know whether it's conspiracy or not, Dallas ends up with Cooper Flagg. Let's hope that the Dallas Cowboys, you know what? Oh, boy.
Arch Manning? No, but here's the problem. Packers first-round picks are going to be the back of the first round. They'd be 32nd picks.
Right. So
it wasn't the Laker pick that got them the first overall pick in Cooper Flag either.
There's a lottery, you mope.
Yeah, but it was Dallas's own pick that got
does
them
Dallas
Cooper
have
Flag.
any? Let's just think about this on the
They
air here.
won a
Does Dallas
lottery.
have any path to getting Arch Manning?
Can Dallas?
Oh, you're saying Dallas thinks I'm fucking
Yeah.
Can Dallas?
No.